Sunday. I hope you guys are having a beautiful Sunday. And here we are, one day left in this month before we dive into April. Yay! So here in the Northern Hemisphere, things are starting to warm up. Lots of animals are out and new life is springing to the beginning. So hey, if you don't know who I am Tara with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot. If you want to learn a little bit more about me, go ahead and check out that information box down below. You can check out my website, kittensweightsandtarot.com. You can also check out my witchy shop, Desert Cauldron. If you want to know how to support the channel, maybe consider checking out my YouTube membership or Patreon. And speaking of YouTube members and Patreon, they just voted on what they would like for their next exclusive channeling. But the channeling video that came out for them last month was on Greta Thunberg, and actually that is the video that will come out for the rest of the public tomorrow. So definitely go check that out. It's coming out at 8 a.m. Let's see, other goodies or things coming up. Well, we have April 1st coming up on Tuesday. So technically April Fool's Day. So let me know if you are going to be doing some April Fool's pranks. But for pagans, it's the Dark Mother Days. So kind of honoring that shadow aspect as well. But yeah, let me know what you have cooked up for the first today or the last day of the month. All right, so today we will be doing our weekly reading, but I am also going to be doing what you guys voted on in the poll. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, there is a poll that I put out on Thursdays, and there is a public poll that's put out on my YouTube channel page, and that same poll is given to my YouTube members and Patreon. So if you are a patron or you are a YouTube member, then technically if there's something you really are jonesing to see, your votes could push that public poll, and then so extra votes do count. Anyway, so it looked like for the most part today, although there was a couple that were real close, people wanted a feeding of the forest. So we are in the forest today, and we are going to be doing a little feeding. I want to see if I can, call in some of the animals around here and kind of bring in the forest like I do on my hill. Where now I do the call, and it's like the first on the scene are my blue jays, and then behind my blue jays, you got the juniper titmieces, well, titmice, titmouses, titmieces, mishiks. And then I have the canyon towhees, which they're very friendly. I really like, I think, me and the canyon towhees, we have like this bond, I think also, and the titmieces. But yeah, all these birdies come in, all the house finches and everything like that. So I'm wondering if I can do the same in this area. That might be a lot of fun. But also I have some food scraps. I might run in and get those, or I might just stick to the seeds. We'll see. But anyway, we'll see when we get there. But hey, we have some homies coming on in. We have Kayla, what is up? And Duality Tales, hey, Shadowlands Radio. By the way, when you see next to people's screen name, this little teeny kitty head, like a little colored kitty head, like different colors of the rainbow, those are my channel members, so my YouTube channel members. So hey, and then everybody that you see with the wrench of destiny next to their name, the wrench of power, those are my mighty moderators. So thank you to my awesome mighty moderators. I love you guys. All of my subscribers, love you guys. Also everybody who comes into these live chats, who checks out the videos that are put out every week, comments, likes them, shares them, all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much. Hey Lily, how's it going? But I do want to give a shout out to my YouTube members. Two of them you can actually see on here, but Kayla and Duality Tales, but also Nancy and Astrid and Jolene and Jonathan. and Nancy. And also, I want to give a shout out to my Patreon members, Lily and Dana, and Jamie, Kayla, Sirian, Brandy, Jason, Brian, Karen, Sarah, Palu, Crystal, Easy Does It, Oz, Joel, Mikey, and Casey Gritter. So, love you guys. um, Slop Six says, good morning, Earthlings. Shadowland says, I'm waiting on a new credit card and a new debit card. Had a situation crop up financially last week I had to get ahead of. Ah, I see. Well, sometimes we got to take care of some 3D business, and it's gotta be done. um, Daddy G says, I love the Tool Jacket. Well, thank you. It's my favorite band of all time. So anyway, okay, so I have some decks here. Let me just put that there. Some decks and one non-deck that I'm going to be using, but hey. Daddy Juice is the best. Hell yeah. All right. So the decks I'm be working with for this weekly reading, maybe not all of these, but maybe throughout the live chat. So maybe the decks I'm be working with throughout this chat. I have the Zombie Tarot. So I was working with it last night. Felt like that would be fun to work with. Also in here, it says New Age Hipster on it. This is the New Age Hipster Insta Oracle that came out, actually a long time ago, but I still enjoy using it. All right. And then lastly, I also have my seashells. That's right. I do a bit of contromancy reading. And, normally I do it like in the summertime. I might bring out my seashells because I feel more beachy. But lately, I've been feeling the beachy vibes. And maybe it's because it's starting to warm up and it's like, it's spring now and everything. But yeah, I'm feeling beach vibes. And I'm sure now, if I were to jump into the ocean, I'd be a huge wuss. I'd probably have to put on like a 3 mil suit or 5 mil or something, like I'm going into the freaking Arctic. But I wouldn't be able to just jump in with my rash guard like I normally would have back in the day. But if I really wanted to go to the beach, it'd be a lot of hours in a car. So anyway, okay, so let's pull a card from the Insta Oracle as like a theme card, and then I'll pull a few seashells. I think that'll be fun. Okay. Let's do it. If you guys are working with some decks, let me know what you guys are working with. If you're not working with decks, but maybe you're working with runes or pendulum or whatever aid you are utilizing with your intuition, then let me know what you are using. Maybe you're doing some good old-fashioned downloads, which I can get on with that. I can get down with that. But I feel it's just helps for a more well-rounded weekly reading when it's more than just my higher self. I love hearing your guys' messages. And for everybody who's watching the replay of this, definitely read what's going on in the chat, because not only are there some beautiful messages and wonderful downloads from our friends from literally all over the world that come into the live chats. We have friends that, not only hail from like different parts of the US, East Coast and West Coast and everywhere in between, but also we have friends who come in from Germany and India and the Netherlands and, France, all over. So I think it's amazing. But yeah, when people are giving out their messages and things, it's just, I like it. And there's so much wonderful camaraderie, in the chat as well. So many people just chit-chatting back and forth and helping each other out. And sometimes we're talking woo-woo things. Sometimes we're talking, I don't know, just kind of what's going on in our lives. And so, that's why I love this live chat. But let's go ahead and pull a card for this upcoming week. Shadowland says, when I do personal readings, I use tarot of mermaids, Star Trek, and Pokemon. I also use some rune staves. Nice. Star Trek. Hell yeah. Duality Tales says, I'm just learning with the learning tarot cards, ironically. Nice. Hey, no worries. And Daddy G says, hey, from Vancouver, Canada. What up? We got our Canadian friends in the house. Okay. Oh, hey, rainbow, which reminds me, and I think I forgot to mention it to my friends and stuff, but when I was coming back, when I was at my property yesterday, I believe it was, there was a beautiful rainbow. Like there's always a rainbow in the exact same spot for some reason, that you can view from that hill. And it's usually a double rainbow if it's really clear. But yeah, what was nice is it kind of looked just like that. So that's cool. Hey, we have our friend Danks from Hungary. What is up? um, Oh, I see. So Sabi, hey, how are you doing? If you are interested in super chats or super stickers, which by the end of near the end of this live chat, we'll do our weekly readings. We'll go out, we'll go feed the forest, and then I'll do super chats and super stickers. So anybody who's wanting me to pull a card for them, I'd be more than happy to do so. So stick around. Yeah. For everybody who's wanting to do that. Okay, so let's see what this means. Rainbow, especially since I've seen a rainbow coming back from my property. Let's dive into it. Oh. You guys are like, what? Anyway, so what I was getting with the rainbow for this upcoming week is to take a look at the things that you are chasing this week. Because I don't know if you guys have done this, but I did this when I was I was gonna say when I was younger, but that was probably like 5 minutes ago. I sometimes would try to chase the rainbow. I would try to see if I could literally find the end of the rainbow. And so sometimes I would, I would try driving to the end of the rainbow, and it seemed like it was always just out of reach, and then it would just disappear. And I'm like, foiled again. But yeah, so I feel that kind of similar energy for this upcoming week. And it could be, maybe not so serious, maybe it's more serious for other people, but just look at the things that we're chasing, because sometimes we get really frustrated when we don't get what we want. Like, I've really been striving for this. I've been trying to get this. But take a seat this week, all of us, myself included, taking a seat this week, and let's try to figure out why do we want this thing so bad? Or why are we striving for this? And maybe, you look inwards and find it still in alignment with you. And so, okay, let's push forward, but let's find out why we have blockages in the way. Maybe we got to pull a few cards. Maybe we got to do a meditation, try to figure out why this is eluding me like some rainbow. Why do I feel like I have to continually chase it? Maybe there's an energy of chasing. I always find myself chasing the things that I want. So I always find myself in that energy. But also, we could go inwards and say, well, you know what? I don't feel like this is actually in alignment with my soul, but it's something that my ego says is good for me in 3D. And so, I want to go chase this. And so maybe it's just a reevaluating. Maybe there's a way that we can get that, that self in alignment with what our heart is wanting, our soul. So, yeah, just definitely taking a look at the things that you are chasing this week. Let's see. Let's go back here. Our friend Mark says, hey, what is up? Silverstar Priestess is here. She says, hello, loves lurking. I'll be blocking the the nonsense. Thank you, my sister. Lily says, don't forget the likes. The live is 25 in the house with only 7 likes. Oh, wow. Thank you, Lily, for helping out. reflexes, talking about Capricorn. Hello, Capricorns in the house. And Silver Star is reminding people that we are just doing the collective message right now, but I think it would be amazing if you guys could contribute to that collective message. I think it would be super duper. Carolyn Eyes, or Coraline Eyes says, hey, hello, hello. Silver Star says, good goddesses. Mr. 420 to you says, like your jacket, rock on. What is up? Hey. Wow. Okay. So let's pull a seashell now. So we had that message coming in for rainbow. But let's see what our contromancy has for us. Our seashells. And you know what? I collected these shells back when I lived in San Diego. San Diego is my hometown. You know, West Side. Yeah, so I have 13 shells in here. Some people have asked me about, you know, my contromancy, like, are there particular shells that I use? Is there a certain number of shells? I just felt 13 was a really good number. Plus it fits in my little clamshell really well. And these were just like the 13 shells I was really drawn to, you know, over the years of me collecting seashells. And so they all have like a special meaning to me. But also like a divinatory meaning. So yeah, let's shuffle these in my hands, and let's pull a few seashells for this upcoming week. A little bit harder to do it while I'm sitting. Normally I toss these on a mat, but we can do it like this, no problem. Okay, we have a few that fell into my lap, so those are the shells. Let's see what shells we have, my friends. Okay, we have this wonderful little green shell here. And let's see. I also have this beautiful white shell that actually has a natural hole bore into it from the ocean. And I have this little like pointy shell like that. Okay, so let's put all these shells together. Like I said, they all have like personal meaning to me. So I think it's cool, like when people create their own divination systems. I think they're easier to read. So if you want to create your own seashell reading system, you have to come up with your own definitions for your shells. Okay, so let's go ahead and look into these. This is interesting. Okay. Okay, so normally when I do the collective reading, it's indeed for the entire collective. And this is too, but more pertaining to a particular energy of the collective. And that would be the divine feminine energy. So knowing that divine masculine and divine feminine reside in all things, including human beings, this is just a call to say that those that have been struggling with the divine feminine energy, again, doesn't matter what your gender is, but those have been struggling with that divine feminine energy, whether within themselves or externally, and all that that energy represents, which is like fluidity and intuition and emotion, creation, all of these things, kind of, that wild, creative, untamed energy, which usually would then, get put into something constructive and, built by the divine masculine, which is more, rigid and structured. But this like wild, fluid, intuitive, emotional, feminine energy seems like many have been struggling with that, either placing it in the things that we do, or whether it's struggling with it within ourselves, or finding ourselves stuck when it comes to that wild creative energy, or stuck when it comes to accessing our intuition, or perhaps even understanding our own emotional state and having issue with that. Those that have been having issue with that, in terms of the collective, it feels like that there's going to be some headway made in this week. So whatever it is that you guys come across this week, because remember, you guys are in all different parts of the world, different parts of the United States. You know, you all have different things going on in your lives. So this is going to look different for everybody. But, you know, what comes up for each of us this week, though, pertaining to what we're going through, it seems like we're going to, you know, make some progress, you know, that things are going to start opening up because of the healing that we've been doing, because the inward journeys that we've been doing, you know, our meditations and things like that. So, you know, if you've been struggling with accessing a particular part of your intuition, you might find it a little bit more easy, you know, moving forward this week. If you've been finding that it's difficult to kind of describe the emotions that you're feeling, you might feel that you're more in tune with those emotions this week and understanding them, being able to express them. You know, if you've felt stumped creatively, you know, you might find that it's a lot easier to tap into the muse that is the self, you know, it is the higher self, the collective source energy. You might find that easier this week. So, hey, I did that. All right. Let's see. Our friend Silver Star, just reminding people to be respectful. Thank you, thank you. Silver Star says people definitely wigging out due to the eclipse energy. I know, right? Let's see. Shadowlance's Pokemon is Survivor, and Star Trek is The Way Home. Mermaids is King of Pearls, Pentacles. The Oyam is the Alder. Norse is Halagas. Nice. Oh, the Survivor, I see. And Star Trek, The Way Home. Ooh, okay. We got some nice cards for this upcoming week. Le Hazard asks if I am native, and yes, I am part native. I am part Pima. Okay. So on that note, my friends, let's feed the forest. Let's do it. Okay. I'm just making sure that all my seashells are put away. Okay, I'm gonna put that there. All right. You homies are coming with me. Let's do it. Maybe I'll turn. There we go. There we go. All right, we're going for a little walk to go get my bird seed. So the bird seed is in the garage, and we'll fill up a cup because I normally don't do more than a cup of wild bird seed. But yeah. Let's see. Blue Hazard said, "Let's go, homie." Hey. Oh. Oh, P.S. I found some amazing cow bones. Oh. Yeah, I'm letting those just be outdoors for a little while before I decide to bring them in. Okay. I am in the garage, and I'm going to open up this bag of bird seed. Looks just like this. It's the country blend. I have found that the like squirrels and chipmunks and things like that, they really like the corn and the sunflower seeds that are in here, but some of the smaller seeds are really good for like the finches and sparrows and things like that. And some of the bigger ones, the bigger pieces, bigger chunks are good for the bigger birds like the towhees and the blue jays and all of that. So that's why I like this particular blend. But I'm going to open it. Or will I? Maybe I need some scissors or a knife, neither of which I have on me. And I do remember I brought my cup to get into this bag. I don't know why they gotta make it so hard. Excuse me while I just mangle this bag. Okay. Okay, that should be good. I suppose I could have run in and grabbed some scissors, but we like to do things the hard way. One more break here. Okay. Alrighty, that's good. Okay, let me grab my cup. Let's see. I know I brought a cup with me from the property. Ha! Here we are. Okay. So we're going to fill this cup up with some seeds, and then we're going to toss it out to the forest. Okay. Da-da-da. We're filling up. Lots of bird seed here. Sorry, so you guys can see what I'm doing. Hold on, I might just open this a little bit bigger. Okay. That's better. All right. Our forest animals will be fed. I'm sure they're very good at foraging without me, but you know, I like to call them in. I like to show my appreciation. Okay. All right. We're full of bird seed. Let's go. Da, da, da. All right, we have more people coming in. Sorry, sometimes I can't keep up with the chat, but thank you to my mighty moderators. Okay, let's go out to the trees. Call in our friends, just like I do on my property. And we'll see what happens. Okay. Going out into the forest here. I'm going to turn this around so you guys can see. Or not see. There we are. All right. So coming around to some of the trees. I like to leave the seeds underneath the tree, you know, so the birds aren't out in the open with predators. Got some more. I can hear a couple different types of birds chirping away. All right, let's throw some seeds over at this tree as well. Ooh, they're moving around. I hear the little finchies. Finchies. Ooh, some cactus down there. Watch out for the cacti. We have this beautiful pine tree. Let's throw some seeds under here as well. throw some back here. Let's see. Let's go over here and throw some seeds. Throw some over here as well. Maybe let's go out to this lovely tree. Hello, Mr. Tree. Mr. Pine, Mr. Pine. Pavitra, hello, hello. We'll go over to this tree. And we'll go over here. Maybe we'll visit these trees. Oh, look. You guys see it's Rex running around back there. Yay. Reximus Maximus is out. Christopher Robin asked if the tree has ever spoken back. Well, maybe not like a person speaks, but they do speak in their own way, you know? Every being on this planet speaks in their own way. Silver Star says, trying to keep up. It is popping today. I can see. Hey, our friend John is here. What is up? Oh, Pavitra. Hey. Yeah, after we finish feeding the forest, I'd be more than happy to pull you a card about Sudhir and his current feelings. Sure. All right. Let's go over to these trees. Let's see. Maybe we'll throw one to this little guy. Hey, Mr. Jordan is here. What up, Jordan? Let's go over to this tree. A little bit more. Some seeds here. Okay. We still got some more seeds, you guys. Maybe we'll go under this juniper here. Whoa. Almost dropped all the seeds there. My bad. Okay. Ooh, this is a nice big tree. Maybe we'll put some seeds under here. Hey, Rex. Let's see. And we have a little tree over here. Maybe this tree can get some love. Ooh, maybe that tree as well. Haha, okay. And a little bit for this tree. All right. Let's head back. So many pretty trees. I wish I could seed you all. Semillas abajo los árboles. Okay. Maybe I should call them the way I call my forest. Bosque, bosque. Comida, comida. Semillas. Tengo semillas. Los pájaros, ardillas, arditos. Conojes, conejitos. Ven aquí, ven aquí. Comes. Lo siento, no tengo agua, pero Yo tengo muchos semillas. Okay. Let's see. Let's put I have a little bit more. So, ooh, I hear the birds. They are all over right now. They have come in. Yay! Okay, last one. Hey! Okay. So let's go back to our little roca, our little rock here. I'll just put that on the ground. I'll turn this around. Hey! We're back, my friends. We're back. Jack. Okay, let me just readjust here. Boop, boop, boop. All right. What is with the wind, you know? All right. Let's see. Taylor was saying something about braids, and Satendra, love from India. Hey! Silver Star reminded me that Pavithra has a super chat, so we'll go ahead and pull a card for Pavithra. Let's use the zombie tarot. Hey, that should be fun. All right. Okay. Making sure I'm not like banging around on the microphone, you know? All right. So let's drink some warm liquids and then let's pull ourselves a card. Not a car, but a card. Bill of Rights says, cool background. Hey, thank you. Hold on. Woo, we had some drippage. All right, no worries. The cards are fine. Just got a little drippy. Delicious. Hey. Regine, hello. It says, hope you're having an amazing day. New to the live chat. Hey, welcome. This is your first time here. There are a lot of amazing people here. Definitely, chat them up. Lots of people with great advice, just all around wonderful energy. I love the energy of this chat. And sometimes we talk about all manner of things under the sun. Not always woo-woo, but, you know. James Stone says, OMG Tara, not seen you for ages. Well, hey, I've been around, dude. Glad to see you in the chat. Satendra says, hello, it's nighttime there at 9:10 p.m. Whoa. Bill of Rights says, welcome. All right, Duality Tales can pull a card for you. But let's go back to our friend Pavithra. And she was wondering about Sudhir's current feelings. So let's go ahead and pull you a card, my friend. All right. I'm just going to put this down here. Okay. So let's ask our zombie tarot how Sudhir is feeling currently. And thank you to my mighty moderators. Seems like you guys are getting a workout today. But yeah, I think Silver Star is right. We are fresh off the heels of that solar eclipse, plus the new moon in Aries. For me, I felt that the energy was, at least for me personally, more intense with the lunar eclipse and the full moon that we had 28 days ago. But with this energy, I don't know. I would say it's kind of weird. It's not as intense for me. I would say this, with this particular moon and this particular eclipse, but I do feel it's a little funky. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's tap into Pavithra and Sudhir. Okay, so I'll see how this ties into the card, but this is just like the image I'm getting. It's just like, somebody sitting, just like, it was like sitting with a lamb, which is just like a baby lamb. Huh. Let's see how that ties in with the card that we pull. Somebody sitting with a baby lamb. What does that mean in terms of Satir's feelings? Ooh, and we have the Knight of Hazards, which is like the Knight of Pentacles. So let's tap in. Okay, so maybe that's seeing like a lamb or a farm animal, something, not just because I can hear a rooster in the background, but this feels like Sudhir is still very much in the physical world, not so much in the emotional state, but in his more physical state, in his physical surroundings, and preoccupied with like what to do next physically in this 3D world. So it doesn't seem like he's had too much time to really think about his feelings. Although, I will say it does feel like he is trying to do a bit of planning with all this 3D work. So, trying to figure out, what do I really want to do, like with my life now? Where do I really want to go? Where do I see myself, like in a year or even 6 months? Where do I see myself in 5 years? So kind of planning for the future by taking steps now. And in that plan for the future, yes, he does eventually, see himself with somebody, but he wants to make sure that his foundation, it seems like he's kind of a guy that likes to prep. So he likes to make sure that his foundation and his physical world are in alignment with him, so that he feels good enough then to open up that world to someone else, but he feels like he needs to be in a very stable place in his life before he can even venture into looking into relationships with another person, or looking into the feelings that he has for you. So at the moment, I'm just working on my life right now and trying to figure out like how I can get it the best way that I want for me, and for me in the future. So that way I can kind of relax a bit and feel like, okay, well, I've got my set. Now let's the heart. Let's see how I'm feeling, about like what type of person, what type of partner I want in my life. But it seems like he does want to have that foundation first. He does kind of want to figure out the stuff that's going on in his life first, before he really dives into anything romantic or dives into his romantic feelings and things like that. So I hope this answers your question. So yeah, he really wants to get himself in a stable place. It doesn't seem like he is the type to like having everything up in the air, like having my life is still kind of up in the air, and then I'm going to get into a new relationship and that's going to be up in the air, not knowing how that's going to feel, and what that will look like in the future. So he very much just wants to get everything settled foundationally first, and then he'll look into a relationship. Let's see. Silver Star says, hey, John. Mr. Jordan saying, hey again. Hello, hello. Pavitra said, okay, thank you. Very welcome. Shadowlands was folding laundry. Mr. Jordan was wondering if I am staying at friends. I am staying at my other abode, I would say. Silver Star welcoming in our friend Satendra. All right, so Duality Tales, let me know what your question is. Carlos Tariquez from San Diego, that is my hometown. What is up? Hello, hello. I am from beautiful Chulawana. Let's see. Chloe, we are doing super chats and super stickers. So if you would like, you could do that. I'd be happy to pull you a card. Same for Elsa. Silver Star is like, this is wild. Silver Star says, my birthday was between both eclipses. It's been interesting. I bet. I bet. Kayla's wishing a happy belated birthday to our friend Heather. Yes, happy belated birthday to you, my sister. Shadowland says, for me, it's definitely been an energy of get off your and get stuff done. Silver Star says, Chloe, same thing, doing super chats. Yep, super chat, super stickers. If you guys are interested, thank you, mighty moderators. You guys are the bomb diggity. Wow, hello to all my friends coming in. Lily also has a question, so I'll be happy to pull a card. All right, Duality Tales says, whatever comes up, I'll go with the flow. All right. Pavithra says, thank you, ma'am. He is a busy surgeon. Well, then that makes a lot of sense why he's so very logic-minded. So very, we do this first, and then we do this. I guess that does sound like the modus operandi of a surgeon. Very nice. Pavithra, thank you so much. All right, Duality Tales. Let's see what comes up. Oh, by the way, you guys are going to want to say a hello to this guy over here. Hey to Rex. Hey, Rex. All right. So let me tap in Duality Tales while you guys check out Reximus Maximus back there. Duality Tales. This is interesting. Okay, you guys know that I get my messages sometimes through music. And I was hearing Blink 182 Small Things. So it was all the small things, true care, truth brings. You left me roses by the stairs. Surprises let me know she cares. Say it ain't so. I will not go. Turn the lights off. Carry me home. Yeah, so that song is playing in my head. Well, let's see how that actually pertains to the card that I'm pulling. Everybody's saying hello to Rex. Lily says, Rex is so handsome. Oh, there he goes. Okay, so let's take a look at Duality Tales' card while we have Blink 182 playing in the back of our mind. Orlando Ponce, ¿de dónde eres? In Arizona, en las montañas. Orlando saying, hola, hermosa, hola. Okay. Man, I love these zombie cards. Okay, so, we have the Seven of Cups Duality Tales. So 7 of Cups, and then we had Blink 182, all the small things playing in the background. Okay, so let's tap in. Oh. Okay, so Duality Tales, this was what was coming in. So in the song Small Things, how they're I guess they're kind of talking about, well, I guess all the little things that are meaningful that their person is doing for them. Left me roses by the stairs. Surprises let me know she cares. But this is talking about your higher self saying to try and do more things that surprise you for you, as if you were trying to court yourself, as if you were trying to show yourself how much you love yourself and how much you care, by doing things that you wouldn't normally do for yourself. Like, sometimes maybe we find, we like to do special things for other people. Like, oh, I want to surprise them. I'm going to bake them a little something, or I'm going to have them meet me out at this place that they've always wanted to go to. Or, I want to show that person I love them, so I'm going to sew them something, or I'm going to buy them flowers or something like that. But what if we did those things for ourselves every once in a while, because we're just as important as the people that we love and do things for. We are all one, so we're a part of that collective. So, what if you took yourself out to dinner to your favorite restaurant instead of waiting for somebody to take you to your favorite restaurant? What if you went and just got the flowers that you've wanted? You've really just wanted a bouquet of flowers, but instead of waiting for somebody to do that for yourself. Instead of waiting for somebody to take you on a trip, plan your own trip. It's okay. We can go solo to the restaurant. We could go solo to the movies. We can go solo, on a trip or vacation. And I think that that's something that sometimes we get scared about doing things solo. We feel like we always have to be with someone. But, there's a lot that we can learn when we're by ourselves. Sure, there's a lot that we learn when we're with other people. Other people are mirrors for us, sure. And so we could see our shadows in other people. We can see our light in other people. But sometimes when we're all by ourselves and we're doing the things that we love, going on that hike by ourselves, or going on that vacation, taking ourselves to dinner, buying ourselves flowers, we get to see ourselves in a different light, in a different loving light, reminding ourselves that we are important too, just as important as the people that we care for. So duality tales, that was kind of the message that was coming through was doing something for yourself, something that you would normally do for other people or that you're waiting to be done for you. Just go ahead and do it. Take yourself to the movies, take yourself to dinner, take yourself to those. I've always wanted to do those ceramic things where it's like wine and ceramics, where you get to like make something out of ceramics. One of those things. Taking a culinary course, for funsies, because why not? Sometimes Benihana's. I don't know if there's a Benihana's here in Arizona, but there were in San Diego, and I know that sometimes they have I think it's cook like a chef, but those types of things. So hopefully that makes sense. Duality Tale says, what a beautiful message. Thank you. And this resonates. Yay. So happy, so happy. All right. Let me go back here. Oh, Lily had said that I helped her family with the channeling of her dearly departed fur baby, Pumpkin. Thank you very much. Eternally grateful. You are very, very welcome. I was happy to help. Especially when it comes to animals, and when our animal friends pass away. I'm very, very. I enjoy being able to connect to those energies. All right, so Lily was wondering if there was any guidance from her guides. All right, I'd be more than happy to tap in and pull a card. Oh, wow, so many people coming in. Hello to everyone. Sorry, I can't read every message as they go by so fast. Fatima says, hello, first time. I was just hearing a biofield tuning in on New Beginnings. Suddenly your light language came up on the same subject, synchronicity. All right. I'm so glad you guys are liking those light language activations. I enjoy creating them. I was called to, start doing those. I was a little self-conscious at first. I was like, I don't know if I but just like with anything else, like with channeling, pulling cards, I had to be like, ego, just if this is what my higher self wants to do, that's what we're going to do. But I'm glad you guys like those as well. Happy birthday to, our friend Vivi says it's her birthday today. Hey, we're going to have to sing a happy birthday. Let me pull a card for our friend Lily. And then we'll sing a happy birthday. And then we have another, I believe, super chat. Did we? Hold on. Let me scroll through here. It's so much. There is so much chat that has gone by. Oh, it's Pavithra. All right. So let's do it. Abe, how are you? It says these days every little act of love is a treasure. It sure is. Okay. So from Lily's guides. Okay. So let's tap in. Okay, Lily, this is interesting, but I started seeing pieces of the movie Princess Bride, and I was seeing where the dashing prince is going through the bog or whatever that has the RUSs, the rodents of unusual size. And and then it was like clips from there, and then it was the other clip, um, where the prince or whatever is drinking what poison with the other guy that keeps talking about things being inconceivable. um, and and he literally did drink poison, but he says he'd been drinking poison for so long that he had built up an immunity to poison, so that's how he could outdrink his friend that was, or it wasn't his friend, but it was his foe that was also drinking the poison. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen the movie, but like those pieces in the movie were coming in. It was like the RUSs and it was the drinking the poison, but like didn't die from it. It's like, I can just drink poison. It's cool. um, let's see. Silver Star says, gotta read in between the lines. Hey. Mr. Zeno is wondering what native nation I am from. I am Pima. All right, so let's pull a card and see how the Princess Bride is connecting with what your guides are trying to tell you, Lily. Awesome movie, by the way. I will say your guides have great taste. I love that movie. And we have the Empress. Hey, Shelly, thank you so much. Silver Star is here and the crows in the background. Okay, so let's tap in to the Empress and to Princess Bride. Okay, so like with our friend Duality Tales, we were talking about doing things like acts of kindness for the self, take yourself out to dinner and things like that. For you, it was more in alignment with doing the things that scare you, and thinking about the things that used to scare you. Like if you go back to when you were a little kid, think about the things that used to scare you. Maybe it was the boogeyman in your closet. Maybe it was scary to have to do a book report in front of the classroom. Maybe it was scary the first time, you had to start making friends in school. But now it's a lot easier for us, right? Because we've done it so many times. And now, like when we think about, standing in front of a classroom or maybe in front of a group of our peers, we might still get nervous, but not like we did when we were in elementary school where we are like, probably had some, horrible stage fright. Not all of us, but I'm just saying, sometimes that is people's fears, and how those fears back then seemed really huge to us, where it was like, oh man, I feel like I could just die if that happened to me. I don't think I can do that. But now, that we're adults, it's like, oh, that's a lot easier to do because I've literally done it like 1,000 times before. I've had to, stand in front of a group of my peers, hundreds of times, or, I've had to make friends hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of times, trying to make new friends in new places. And so it's not as scary anymore. And so I think that that's why the Princess Bride was coming up is, think about, the part where they are talking about the RUSs, the rodents of unusual size. And at first, it seems kind of scary because there's like the fog and everything, and you don't know what's going to jump out at you. But it turns out that it's ridiculous. And the rodents, they can just kind of like toss them around. It's not really as bad as they had it going on in their head. And so your guides are just pushing you to try and do the things that you really have cooked up as like really, really scary in the brain. So maybe it's trying a new side job. Maybe it's going solo on an adventure somewhere. Maybe it's, whatever it may be. Think about some of the things that really you're like, oh, that's just not me. It's not in my personality. I just can't do it. But your guides are like, but you can. There's just so many narratives that we've taught ourselves. We've told ourselves that we can't do those things because it's just so scary. but yet we haven't done that thing yet. So we actually don't know how it would turn out. We don't know how it would be. So your guides are just kind of pushing you to do that because in this next chapter that you're going into, it is imperative that you are able to see yourself differently than you see yourself now. And the only way to see ourselves differently is to put ourselves in situations we wouldn't normally be in. And sometimes those situations are the scary situations, the ones where we're like, oh, that's just not my personality. I can't do it. And I just can't, but remember that we can be whoever we want to be in this present moment. We don't have to be the person we were 2 minutes ago. We could be somebody completely different. And that's our choice. That's our free will choice. So if you want to say, I want to continue to have that as my personality, you can. But if you say, I wish I wasn't scared of that thing, well, then let's not be scared of that thing. I mean, that's easier said than done. We always have a little bit of trepidation and fear, and having courage, as they say, is not a lack of fear, but doing something in spite of that fear. So maybe you still have that fear of that thing, but you go ahead and do it and see what actually results from it, what's actually going to happen. And then you might find it wasn't as bad as we had it going on in our mind. But then it will make it easier to try to do it again and again and again and again. And it may not be something that you dig, but now it's not something that you're fearful of anymore, which means your frequency changes, which means that your opportunities that surround you change, which means that your reality changes. And again, you would be able to see yourself differently moving into that next chapter. So I hope that makes sense to you. Lily said, yes, love that movie. It's been years since I've seen it. I'm going to have to watch it again. Definitely. Zeno said, never met a native who pulled cards in my life. Hey, man, we're all different kinds of people with all different backgrounds. And I like to do lots of different things when accessing my intuition, but channeling is my favorite. But every once in a while, I love my cards. I think they're pretty, I like pulling them. Annette is here. She says, hey, I'm in the house. What is up? Silverstar says, I heard, listen quietly and you will hear. Let yourself hear yourself without all the destruction, just saying, I won't get that out of my head. So whoever needs to hear it. Ooh, fear is a liar. Yes. Beautiful. Kayla saying, thank you. Nate Clark says, nice jacket. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Silverstar says, I speak crow. Always with the birds. John's like, ooh, I feel called in on this one. Nice. Lily says, yes, it does make sense. Thank you. All right. You are very welcome. All right. So we had our friend Pavitra says, does he have a crush on me as Sudhir is a married man? Ooh, okay. So let's tap in then. That is very nice. I like the warmth. Okay. So, Lily letting Zeno know that he missed the seashell reading. Oh, that's right. Zeno, I got to read with my conchomancy. I got to read with my seashells. All right. So let's tap in to our friend Pavitra and Sudhir. Okay, I started hearing Michael Jackson's song Man in the Mirror. I'm looking at the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. No message can get any clearer. You want to make a change? The place you gotta make something, make that change. All right, so let's pull a card, Pavitra, and see how that connects. Ooh, we got the 7 of Cups again, but of course means something a little bit different. So let's tap in. Okay, so I'm getting that Sudhir may not at the moment have romantic feelings for you. Again, he is married. It does feel like he likes to flirt sometimes with other people, but he doesn't really have any, I would say, specific crushes. Somebody he's crushing on, outside of his marriage. Like I said, he's more focused on the now and kind of building his foundation and his life before, moving forward in the future. So perhaps even at home with his wife, he's not even, maybe he's not too connected emotionally, but it seems like he's very much in the 3D world. He's not so much in his heart space at the moment. So like I said, he just wants to build his foundation. He wants to make sure that everything is going well in that 3D world before he focuses on his emotions and feelings. So at the moment, like I say, he does flirt from time to time with different people. And he does find, different people attractive. He does find you attractive. But it doesn't feel like he's in a space where he wants to say anything on it, make any moves on it. And that's probably due to him being married. But for now, his whole focus is on his 3D world. It's just here. Yeah. All right. So I hope that makes sense. Lily says, I like that. So true. Fear is a liar. Oh, so our friend Vivi turned 45 today. That's right. We're going to sing happy birthday. Hey. All right. So just a year older than me. Hey. Pavitra, you are very welcome. Okay. Let's get ready to sing happy birthday to our friend Vivi. But anybody else who's having a birthday this upcoming week, this birthday song is for you. But feel free, everybody, to chime in. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Vivi. And everybody else who's having a birthday this week, happy birthday to you. Boop, 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 be doop. Happy birthday. I hope you have a great birthday. Hope you have a wonderful Sunday. Have a kick-ass this next 365 days. So happy solar return, my friend. All right. I believe that is everybody with our super chats and super stickers. Oh, wait. No, we had another person. It says, but their message. Oh, no. That was our friend. Never mind. I think we got them all. We got all our friends. Vivi said, thank you. Lily said, beautifully sung. Well, thank you. I could hear you guys energetically. All right. So without further ado, and if we don't have any more super chats or super stickers, let's do a channeled guided meditation. That's how I like to end all of my live chats, with a channeled guided meditation. So that way we get a little bit of healing. We get to slang some cards. We get to chit chat, have some fun. We got to feed the forest today. It was nice to hear all the little finchies coming in. I was like, oh. And it's I highly encourage you guys to do that too. Like maybe do, set out some bird seeds, set out some little food for our forest friends. Just let them know that we care. Like we acknowledge them. Hello. I know that they can forage for their own food, but just leaving out a little offering for them. And when we attach like a call, or we do it at the same time every day, they get used to that. And so then, maybe you start getting your forest friends to come out and greet you, which, would be absolutely fabulous, and connecting with them in that way, and being able to see them a little bit closer up, so you can see them in all their colors, especially if you're wanting to like identify some of those animals. Or just wanting to sit down and connect with them on a different level. I think that feeding the forest is fun. All right, so let me put these cards away, and then let's do that meditation. And that says, you have a great voice. Well, thank you. Superstars, you got them all. Alrighty. Thank you for keeping track, you guys. Easy does it. Saying hello to everyone. What is up? Okay, well, let me have a little sip of the cafe, and then we'll do that meditation. Delish. Okay, well, let me get my mug out of the way. Let's focus on some beautiful trees. Let's see, what trees do we want to focus on today? Ooh, maybe we could focus on these trees. Whoa, that was a little too close with the close-up there. We got a little bit too intense. There we go. There's some trees back there to kind of focus on. All right. Okay, you guys, go ahead and get yourselves into a nice, comfortable space. Someplace where you will not be disturbed for the next several minutes. You could be laying down on your bed, sitting in a chair, sitting on the floor, or perhaps sitting underneath your favorite tree. You can even project your consciousness underneath one of these trees, but whatever space is comfortable for you. And when you get yourself nice and situated, go ahead and bring your awareness to your breath, feeling the rise and fall of your chest. Just noticing where you feel that breath in your body. Maybe you feel it in the lungs. Maybe you feel it all the way down into the diaphragm, or maybe down into your tippy toes. Just noticing if it's slow or fast. No judgment, just noticing, just witnessing. And as we breathe in, try to breathe in with intention, really noticing where that breath enters the body, where you feel it throughout the body. And with that exhale, just noticing how that makes you feel and where you feel that exhale from. And so with every exhale, we feel lighter and lighter. We feel our shoulders dropping away from our ears. And with every inhale, we feel invigorated. We feel that light, that breath entering our form, both energetically and physically. And again, exhaling, feeling that gentle release from the top of our head, down our temples and our jaw, feeling our jaw slacken as we relax into this, as we release any tension, anything that might be weighing us down. When you continue to breathe in and feel good, we feel at peace and relaxed, continuing to exhale and feel it down our neck, shoulders dropping away from the ears, feeling it down our upper arms, all the way down to our fingertips. Again, breathing in and feeling a newness, feeling refreshed, feeling totally at peace. And again, as we exhale, we feel the torso begin to release, feeling relaxation down into the hips and the thighs. Breathing in that light, that new energy, feeling powerful and yet at peace. Continuing to exhale, feeling relaxation down the calves, all the way down to the tippy toes. And we continue breathing in this way. And I want you guys to visualize now standing in front of a body of water, not too large, a body of water that could be easily swam across. And it doesn't matter what our physical limitations are in the 3D world. Here we live in the astral, and all things are possible. Here we are all strong, we are all able-bodied, and we can swim across with ease. It is fun, it is easy. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So I want you to visualize this body of water with as much clarity as you can. Perhaps you can smell the salt of the salt water. Maybe this is fresh water, and maybe you see the fish jumping around. Maybe you feel the gentle breeze on your skin. Try to involve as many of your senses as possible. And as you stand here at the shore, look down into the water. And how do you see yourself? Take a look. And it's okay if we feel a little judgmental. How we see ourselves is a mixture of not only our soul, but our ego as well. And we're not passing any sort of judgment. We're just looking at how we see ourselves in this moment. Perhaps we feel a little self-critical of ourselves. Perhaps we see our light as the soul sees our light. But just looking down into our reflection in the water, and allow yourself to be fully seen by not only your soul, but your ego as well. And we're just taking notice, remember. And now in this moment, remember I said that we were going to be swimming across this body of water. Think about how your soul would like to see you, or perhaps how the soul does see you, your higher self. And for this, we're going to have to tap into that heart space. We're going to have to go inwards. Because what we've seen in the reflection, well, that was a mixture of our 3D self, our 4D self, our multidimensional self, with a mixture of praise and criticism based on the multitude of eyes and the way that we see ourselves. But in this moment, we just want to see ourselves the way the higher self sees us, the way Source sees us, the collective consciousness, our infinite, beautiful self. And that self is waiting for us on the other side of this body of water. And so let us enter this body of water, feeling cleansed and purified, feeling that whatever baggage we may hold on to, we're going to leave it on this side of the shore. If you physically want to take off a backpack and leave it, go ahead. This is your meditation. Leave behind what no longer serves you. Leave behind all the things that seem to weigh you down. Leave behind the things that hold us back. Perhaps it's a negative belief system, negative self-talk, things steeped in the past that have no bearing on our present. And as we get in this water, we gently begin swimming to the other side. And with every stroke in the water, we feel lighter, happier, more at peace, more full of joy. And continue gliding through this water. And eventually you make it to the other side, feeling absolutely refreshed, feeling lighter and stronger and more nimble than you've ever felt in your whole life. Feeling the lightness of Source, of your fully embodied soul, your higher self. And now, Now, as we stand at the shore on this side and we look down into the water, let us look through the eyes of Source. What do you see? Many of us might just see pure light, and that is beautiful too. But I want you to take this feeling with you as we come out of this meditation, this feeling of being refreshed, new, the infinite possibilities that lay before us in this present moment. You can be anything you want to be, and it doesn't matter your chronological age on this earthly plane. You are who you say you are, every second, every minute. So when you are ready, go ahead and bring your awareness back into your body. You can wiggle your fingers and toes and have yourself a nice little stretch. Yay! Alrighty, you guys. Woo! Here we are. I hope you guys had a good live chat today. Thank you so much for joining me. I love hanging out with you guys. Happy birthday to everybody who had a birthday today and has having a birthday this week and had a birthday last week. And thank you for everybody who allowed me to read for them during the super chats and super stickers. John says, don't forget to like the video. Gotta go. Love you all. Thank you, John. Thank you, Silver Star and Duality Tales and Lily and Kayla and Slopsec and everybody who came in today. There were so many folks in here. So thank you. And all the people that joined us that were new. Thank you for coming in and joining us. Thank you to, like I said, all the patrons and YouTube members and subscribers and live chat homies. All of you guys, I love you. Mighty moderators, love you so much. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Have a fantastic week. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out. Bye, guys.